So I be that. And in the meka brofo kakra na maka twi. Be most of us all international kabrofo. Me, I don't believe charity begins at home. And but because of the conditions that we find ourselves in, maybe our family in maybe in Nigeria or maybe in Togo, maybe. But fra and your bonnet, it is all Titrina no akabi. Say no problem. But the conditions, I wish we could just speak one African language, so, because our focus is on us. If you're an African, this message is actually for you. And we African youth pay attention, listen, pay attention, listen. The future. I remember just the other time, almost the future, 20 something. Now we are in 2023. It's amazing. So 2050 will just come, just at the snap, and you will be, maybe now you are 20 years, maybe now you are 30 years, maybe you're now 40 years. 2050, 2060 will just come. Now, before it comes, what are some of the things that you have to know? And so share it with your friends. You never know. Your mind can be changed just by hearing something. Man can decide, oh, me kwa kukumi ho na fi watinyumbi na asesana dwen ana so bia ka asem bia kire no na asesana dwen. The battlefield is the mind. The mind is the real battlefield. The mind that you have is the battlefield. Now, if you lose your mind, or if you lose the battle in your mind, you have lost the battle in life. You win with your mind first. The battle of life, it is the toughest of all. You win in your mind first before you actually win in life. So if I want to make you fail and lose in life, I will make sure that I attack your mind. And more, in Ghana, in Nigeria, especially in Africa, your mind is at war constantly. So the things that they are showing to us on TV, the things that they are teaching us in our schools, our homes, in our religious centers, we are winning there or we are losing there. And sometimes I become sad a bit when I watch what we show and the things that we promote on our continent and in our country. Others can do whatever they want to do. But you pesi ya kono. You pesi ya mind develop. You mrante ne mabawa epe jumaye. You grow for a desert. So ako Libya, ako Kuwait, ako America, ako Brazil. We cannot be occupied with jokes and realities and sports and entertainment and comedy and fun. The percentage is too high. The percentage is too high. So if you're a youth here, listen to me. You can chart the life that you want. You can create the life that you want. And what is occupying your mind today is what you're becoming tomorrow. So if you have not read any of our books, this is Resilience. It is about strength. Life is about strength and courage. You cannot be successful in anything that you want to do if you're not ready for the battle of life. And nobody is going to fight for you. You have to do the fight. Because when the money comes, you'll be the one to say that, Miyamisika. And this one is perspective, how to develop the mindset to build your own business. We are not an industrialized economy. When we were children, they were talking of graduate unemployment. Now we are no more children. They are still talking about graduate unemployment. So don't wait for somebody to say that I'm going to pay you $10,000 for a job. We have to develop our continent, and we have to develop that mindset to build industries, and the responsibility is on us. This one is about money. But if you went to school, they taught you chemistry, physics, biology, like I did pure maths from Bugwari School. And you call Kwame Nkrumah University. So right from there, they have even prime you to be average. Just when you finish school, just go and look for a job. And then when you finish school, nobody's giving you a job, you become frustrated. So you go to school for the certificate and for the course content. You educate yourself for life. You educate yourself for life. And that is the responsibility that you have to have. And say you complete school around 20 years, 20 years, 23, 24. Even if you didn't read any book, from 25 to 45, build that knowledge for life. Build that knowledge for life. Whether you want to enter into politics, go there and be a clean man, change lives, be honest. If you want to build business, if you want to, any area that you want to be a researcher, you want to be a teacher, you want to be a police officer, study so that you can give the maximum of your talent. My friend Eric is an African-American who he brought me these books just the other day, about 4 days ago, and I would want to show you, those of you who want to read, you must read. So read books. If you want to take the future, it's your responsibility. This is the gift of Africa. Look at it, search for it, use Amazon Kindle, or tell somebody to buy it for you, or go through town, look for them. These are books that I'm going to read. White Malice. He thinks that I love reading, and as a matter of fact, I've been reading. You must read. You must build your mind. That is, the mind is the battlefield. If you didn't hear, if you just join us, my name is Obin Dako. I'm just talking to us, the youth. I don't know if I'm a youth, I don't know. But in Africa, everybody say we are the youth, and yet he has grandchildren. So maybe I qualify, I don't know. So build your mind. The first point I'm making is that the mind is a battlefield. You win or lose in life, in the mind. So if you're going to win, you must win in your mind first. If you're going to lose, you lose here. So when you're talking to somebody and the words that come from their mouth, there is no hope. They have lost the battle of life. When the moment you see that somebody has changed the words that they're using, they are on. You don't have to have money in your pocket to be rich. It's the mind. You don't have to have, you can have money in your pocket. You can have houses and cars and still be poor because your language, you speak the language of the poor. So deal with the miseducation. We in Africa have been primed, have been conditioned, have been programmed to look at ourselves as nothing. And that's why constantly they are telling you that you are a third world nation, you are a poor country, you have diseases, UN is coming to support you, Japan is coming to give money to your people. Constantly, all that you see is that somebody would have to come to help you. Now, those things make you feel like you're nothing. It's a program. Your continent is worthy. Somebody had to make sure that you see yourselves as poor. So that's why you see all their companies are in Africa. They are mining your gold, your oil, your diamond, and they are still constantly busy, busily showing everywhere that Africa is poor, Africa is poor, Africa is poor, Africa is poor. Constantly they are telling Africa is poor because they are targeting your mind. They are targeting your mind. That's why when you complete the school here, you still say that I can't live here. I'm frustrated. There's no opportunity here. It's not you. You're just reflecting the program. You are reflecting that program. The program is what? You must see yourself as nothing so that the wealth you have here, you will run away and somebody else will come. And that's why when you drive through Accra, go to Kumasi, go to Sunyani, go and look everywhere. The Chinese are there, the Europeans are there, the Americans are there, the Lebanese are here, and the Africans are crying. The Ghanaians are saying that there's nothing here. They went for our mind, and we have bought that lie. So you went to school to get certificate. Now study to build your life. And that's why I showed you those books that you condition yourself. You will program your mind differently. If you watch TV, you'll be sad. You see those boys with suit and tie constantly showing us all the terrible things and bad things about our country. They are part. They have been overcome by the program. Okay, so deal with the miseducation. You are not poor. You are not the poorest of the earth. You are not poor. You're not ignorant. We say, oh, be beneath your bed, then we are saying, no, it's not true. That is an ignorant man who is caught in that program. It's an ignorant man who is caught in that program. So he's telling you that somewhere is very rich and his country is nothing. And somebody is even telling you, if you can get out of Africa, get out, don't stay here. And the same person, on the other hand, is telling you, we are poor. When are we going to develop? Now, if you go and I go and everybody goes, then who will be responsible for the future of our continent? So we are. All right. There's nothing wrong if you want to move somewhere, travel, go and see something. But don't think that you are going because you want to become successful. No. The successful are the ones who are here. Look for people who have built houses, 20 houses, 30 houses, apartments in Ghana. Look at how they finance them. You'll be shocked. If they are Ghanaians, majority of them lived here for a while. They have lived here for 20 years, 30 years. Something amazing about our country is that anything that you set your mind to do, in the beginning, the first 3, 4, 5 years, it will be so tough, it will be so difficult, it will be so frustrating. But after a while, once you start to get the grip, it becomes explosive. It becomes explosive. So deal with the miseducation. You went to school to get certificate, and abrabono ankasa de wusia. Obi also okay, brofono kra oka na mente. Ya ka bebre wotwi pebi. Na no obi frɛ me. Wo se me hyemafuo mo. Na audio no eno ana metie. O yenkruma. O domako. So tie audio no. Why? Because the mind is the battlefield. If you get good information, you have won the battle. Okay, so some of you picked our books, you read them, and your mind is switched. Some of you heard our videos, watch the video, and you say, anything that makes you start to believe in yourself, you become confident. So, that is the solution. Anything that makes you feel like you're nothing, you can't do anything, that one is killing you. That one is not the solution. That one is a problem. So if anybody is teaching you that you have the capacity and you can start something from where you are, don't fight that person. Be open-minded. Be ready. That's something I've seen about our youth, especially those who have gone to school, the higher educate, the higher from, the secondary, the university people, especially. We come back on 20. As if there's someone who can want a don't do that. Be open-minded. Be ready to listen and learn. Be ready to listen and learn. Be open-minded. There's a lot that have been hidden from you that you don't know as an African. That's what they are always constantly telling you. If I should ask you now, Dientina Africa airport, Guvado Momadi Esikantia. Because constantly they're telling you that your people are corrupt. Constantly, you have to hear that. Your people are corrupt, you are poor. You don't have, that is one side. The other side is there's a lot to the story. There's a lot to the story. So be open-minded. Read. I asked somebody the other day, I said, this year or the last year or since you completed school, how many books have you read? Somebody told me, no, me, I don't like book is somebody's knowledge. I also want to find my knowledge. But you're always constantly, you're watching Manchester United. That is somebody's football. You're watching movies. That is somebody's creation. The way you exercise your mind is by reading, by getting new information. That's the way. And then to be called Jim Albons will lift weight. No, be strong. I feel teams with me peja bibi. He can lift load. Why? Because he has trained for it. The way you can lift the load, because life is tough. Life is difficult. Life is just about solving problems. Understand that? Every day will be bibi. Who is go, there will be trouble. Now easy as Uniska, they are not just ones that are tough. But once you lift the strength of your mind, once you develop your inner strength, no matter what life throws at you, you'll be ready to solve it. You'll be ready to solve it. And so study, read, search, be open-minded, and be strong, be positive. Even if you don't live here, wherever you live, if you're Ghanaian, if you're an African, because that's my interest, be positive about life. Be positive and be strong about life. Be strong and take responsibility for your life. Don't wait for help. Don't be waiting that should be a miracle. Be creating the miracle yourself. Don't wait for God to come and change your situation. Change the situation yourself. You have waited for 20 years. It's not the responsibility of God. It is your responsibility. That's why the money came. When the money came to you, you decided to buy Wache or Kelewele or buy a phone or start a business with it. You know, it's a choice. So it means that if you're not good steward of what comes to you, your life is not going to change. Don't buy that idea that God one day will change my life. The one day is today. That's why we are saying that change, develop yourself. Constantly develop. That's what I do. I listen to, I read books. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. I'm watching the topics that will help me. You know, I'm not watching for fun. No, the fun may be small. The comedy, very little. I'm building myself so that I don't give up in life. You know, so that I don't give up on myself. So I don't give up on my people. So that I don't give up on my country. So I don't give up. No matter what people throw at you. People will disappoint you in Grofobe. You do Sika and Grofobe, Chow and Draw. So once you are, oh boy. Obembebu. What I say. So once you are, Obem Bebu. Intisia. Intisia. You know, Nesia, life is your responsibility. It's not anybody's responsibility. It's yours. And so you have to learn that this life, I'm the one living it, not anybody. It's you. You are the one responsible. And the moment you decide to say that I'm going to improve my life this year, you will see it. Your life will improve. And that's a fact. If you make your choice, if you make your decision to say that this year, I'm going to improve my finances. This year, I'm going to improve my knowledge. This year, I'm going to be a better husband, better wife, a better father, better business person. I'm going to be a better Ghanaian, better African. You will change. It's your choice. There is something magical about your decision to say that I want to change my life. I want to become better. I'm fed up with this. Debia miniska. Debia na miraho. Debia na mekan sambone. Debia Ghana dia ukoha uyebedusika. You know, those things. I want to change them. I want to be proud of myself. You know, so deal with the miseducation. You went to school for certificate and not for life. A friend of mine told me this today. So educate yourself for life. And that is what we try to do. Educate yourself for life. Don't let the course you studied in school make you later. Because you are nursing into no one meet my year. Into we in 4 years, you'll be unfound. 2 patches won't be turn both. Won't be turn about it. Won't be me a choba. Mammy be baby, I'm a tequano, so mammy be a choba or nyagro. Also, when you do my mammy don't mean Trinity one caprophobia. When soon run a car pack or baby. Me assures every day office can go for your crying 1,000. Trahosa will near you man. Switch the mind. Don't cripple yourselves. I mean, co engineering to be farming. Co mechanic shop work catch up with pump people tie na mom. So when you be me, think to solve problems. And that's why you develop yourself. Think to solve problems. Don't wait and cry and say that I have nothing. You have something. And that is you. You have the mind, you have the strength, you have talent that God gave you. Utilize them. The negativity, stop them. And they will come and do election. You know, they will tomorrow it will be another thing. You know, tomorrow it will be another thing. So stay out of, design your life. You design the life that you want to live. Design it. Create the life that you want to live. You're a creator. You see, God created you to create. Don't just create babies. Create something. Create your life. Sit down to say that this is where I want to chart my life. Do that. You'll be amazed. So design your life. Sit down and say that this year, this is what I want to do. And the thing is, person start buying who about me and who for my mensulo. Obiabo form. See, Obiabo form, that is what you don't know. Everyone, all the great people, that's something too. They are constantly telling us all the billionaires are white people, Elon Musk, whatever. They are abusing us with these people every day. You buy a pet, Kufado is corrupt, Baumia is corrupt, Bushiri is corrupt, something. Always, yeah, Omokabon. But hey, Big Gates is something every day. So that's what is. Decide. Don't be afraid to start something, and learn about money. Learn about money, be hopeful, and be respectful. So we are brand here. Asem kakra me kache no. Suya. Abrabono de wanim. Ghana now, yes, no. Go for any bra or mope Ghana citizenship, no. What you say? There be me dear, the my body is a catcher as a honey. One time I not say me catcher as a hanye. There be see that. Hanye to be bia and consider that yenina yengu yampake no money and for Ghana and che. Yentimin casa money ye. What I say? Yen and a baby ye. Me know, we be na me bia, ebeko. I say, me know you na the answer. I say, them family at only a boy, your friend is saying, yeah, dear, and yeah, so it's you, it's me. But I'm saying that you can program a whole generation against themselves, and you have to look at it and get out of that web, all right? Because in our country, the entertainment is too much. The sports is too much, especially even the people in responsible positions, those in the media, the things that they promote, the things that they throw light on. You can see that this one is a total deviation from where you want to go as a people. They just only want to promote, I don't know. Even the things that we call achievement, we must question them. The things that we call achievement and the people that we even want to celebrate, the things that they are producing, are they changing the narratives? Because if your economy is not producing anything, if your economy is not producing houses, if your economy is not producing the tools, the cars, if your economy is not producing the shoes, the computers, the phones, and you're just producing all these things that make us happy, we are doomed. We are doomed. That cannot be the priority. 90% of our time cannot be spent on things that will not change the future of our people. We must. So look at what the foreigners are doing in our country. What are they doing? Where is their focus? Where do they live? What do they control? Pay attention and go there. Because that is where the future is. Where are people, the attention is not where the future is. Our people, sadly, many of our people are not even aware of the damages that they are creating on the minds of our people. You know, the minds of our people. So what you feed the people is what they become, is what they see themselves to become, is what they believe themselves to become. So if you're constantly just creating comedy, sports, entertainment, sports, entertainment, that is good, but just 2-3% should be that. If you're constantly talking about politics, that is just 2-3%. If you're constantly talking about religion, God, and praying from morning to evening, that should be just later. We must clean our country. We must build factories. We must create businesses. And that is where the ultimate. That's why you want to go to countries that when you get there, you get job. It's somebody who created that job there. You know, and if you condition our people that we can also create our jobs here, then we can create a future that we want. All right. So it's in you, it's in me, it's what all of us. You must pick camera and start to teach people what you know. If you're building business, tell somebody, write a book. Do a movie. Tell people that it's our responsibility to develop the capacity, the mental capacity of our people. Comedy, no, also. It's not, we have to change it. And that's why I wrote books. That's why I go to the radio station. That's why I will sit here and tell you that, no, this is not the future. Because if you continue to do this, I can tell you that the next 30 years will not change. If our attention is on music, and all these guys, we just playing music. Sometimes when I watch social media, I say, hey, Abrantiane about one wedding pictures, naming ceremony. I say, but when I talk to my friends in China, they are talking about business. They are moving the goods to you. They are in the factory. They are manufacturing. What are we thinking? But surprisingly, you know, I'm not shocked anyway that we think the way we think, because the things that have fed our mind, the mind is the battlefield. So the things that have fed our mind, that's why we behave the way we behave. It's not that we are unintelligent people. No, it is the things that we've been taught, the things that we've been conditioned with, the things that we have been made to believe that this is it. So a lot of our people will think that if I get salary, you know, 10,000 salary a month, then no, that is just a start. Own the business, own the company. Own the company. Think of ownership. Don't just be happy with the salary. If I get out of here and I get $2,000 a month, you're still poor. People are controlling millions. What prevents you from thinking like that? You know? So when people are talking, say, yeah, Ghana salary in India, you're still at the bottom. We are not looking at that. We are looking at the millions, and we are looking for people who can think and see like that. In that case, you can hold your stomach even if you have not eaten today, because you are looking at a great future. And we want you to think as owners, think as millionaires and billionaires. Start industries, start some farm, think of production. Think of building retail shops, wholesale shops, think of going into mining. Don't tell us they fight you. The system that we have, even if it fights you and you're strong, you will fight back. And I tell you that nobody is there trying to stop you from becoming anything. Yes, Ghana is difficult, but that's why we are building our capacity. The bird is not afraid that you are cutting the branch of that tree that it is standing on, because if you cut it, it can fly. So it's not worried. Build that capacity. We don't have any structure. You see, colonized countries are struggling to put structures and systems and policies and laws together that will work for their own people. Never forget that. But you see, the problem is that because they were educated by a certain system, many of them cannot shut down that system and build a new system that will work for their people, because they are product of a particular training. So they can only patch the system a little bit, but that system was designed to keep them poor and in bondage. You say the educational system, the business laws, the laws that run the country, the constitution, the government structure, all of them were designed to keep us poor. Okay? Yes, that's why we're still struggling to get out. And so until we are able to develop a whole educational system that will empower people to design a system that works with the culture and with the people in mind. This structure was not designed with our people in mind, with our culture in mind, with our pride in mind, with our prosperity in mind. So the people in charge are trying, but it can't make that's why you see you still completed school and you're still struggling to find a job, because the system was not designed to find a job for you or to make you. That's why when you open the shop, the next minute the government officials are there trying to say you have not paid something, shut it down. They don't even aware. They're not aware that the they don't know it. So you should not let that one frustrate you and stop you from pursuing, because we are the ones to change the system, develop that thinking. We are the ones. Don't be weak. Don't just say that. Don't give up like that. Okay? Keep hitting. Until say a whole generation that will say that we need to shut this system down and create that one which will work for all of us. And so when there's frustration, when there is pain, drink water, rest, get back to work. We have to raise a whole new generation that will say that we need to shut this system down and create a new one. The fact is that even if you move out of Ghana, the way that system is designed is not designed for you as an African to become wealthy. Look at African Americans. How many of them are in politics, big political powers, or holding big positions in the corporate world, or even big-time rich people? Go to England and see if that is the case. So the best place for us to have a shot is on the continent. It's in Ghana, it's in Nigeria, it's in Kenya, it's in South Africa, and we are the ones to do that. So don't let anybody tell you that, oh, when you get out of here, you get a job and a car on a loan. But we are talking of prosperity for all of us, wealth that our people are in charge. Nyamewa Washirain is the creation of men that have made us believe that we are nothing. And we can study the systems. We can create a better one if you understand it. And if you don't understand it, you can create a better one. The way our people are being educated, we must understand that. So my name is Wabendako. I will send the link. And if you want to join and share your experience, join